Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman, and today's BTS episode is Harley's Holiday. So you probably guessed the. I guess she's not even like a villain in this episode. It's more like it's kind of like the second chance episode with Two Face, except this time it's more so by circumstance that things kind of happen as they happen. I'm terrible explaining this, but anyway, so Harley Quinn, she is getting re-released from well, not released. I think this is the first time she's released. She's getting released from Arkham because she's put in the work and she's finally ready to be like a productive member of society. Um, which I will say also, the Joker isn't even mentioned one time except at one point when Harley uses a grenade with the Joker's face on it, and I really applaud them for having that much restraint because Harley's a good character and she can be used without the Joker. So that was really nice to have just a full Harley story and no Joker. So I enjoyed that. So anyway, Batman and Robin, they're there at Arkham, bring back Crane, and that kind of like is a hint for Harley later on. She's like, okay, Batman, he's gonna bring you in. He's the guy to do so. So watch out for Batman. So it's the next day. She's out and about in the world, walking her hyenas in a crop top and some very short booty shorts, and everybody's obviously running away because she has two fucking hyenas with her. I mean, you would have to be insane not to run away from that. With the bite force so hard they literally like rip your fucking arm off. And then she's like, "Oh, it's probably these drab clothes." I'm like, Harley, I promise you, it's not the clothes. You are looking so fine. I love you. You're okay. So she's like, okay, I better get something to wear. So she goes into a department store. Well, maybe not a part, like some kind of designer clothing store. And at that same time, Bruce Wayne, he's shopping with Veronica Freeman, and Veronica's like, "Oh, Bruce, you're just such a silly Billy. You need a woman's touch to dress you. What do you think? Does Alfred dress you?" And Bruce like kind of blushes, like, "Yeah, Alfred dresses me." So Harley gets there. She sees a dress she really likes. She pays for it, and before before the lady can take the security tag off, Harley just like goes out. So when she gets to the door, obviously the alarm goes off, and a security officer he comes by. He's like, "Listen, lady, you're not in trouble. I just need that dress to take the tag off." And Harley, she's just freaking out. The alarm's blaring. People are coming after her. She's like, "No, this is some kind of a setup. You're just trying to put me back in Arkham all over again." So she sicks her hyenas on him, which I'm like, okay, that's a dead man. I mean, t- fighting two hyenas, you're dead. You're just dead. Um, which I swear, her hyenas have got to be the most useless hyenas in like the entire fucking world because hyenas do not mess around. Like that bite force is something else. And I know there's probably going to be people like, oh, I could take a hyena. You could maybe take one hyena, two hyenas. You are pushing yourself. So Bruce, he excuses himself, and he goes back into the store to try and talk some sense into Harley. Meanwhile, she's in the dressing room and comes out in the Harley Quinn attire. She's freaking furious, and she comes running out, and it is funny. Bruce is trying to talk to her, and she's like, "Back off! I'm armed," and she's holding the arm of a mannequin. She just beats the shit out of him. I'm like, okay, that's some cute wordplay right there. So she runs out of the store and she gets Veronica. I think her name's Veronica. Veronica Freeman in the car with her, so she can have like a hostage. And she also calls her babies into the car too. So she's on the run, and at the exact same time, Bullock, he was in the area, so now he's chasing after them, and it is kind of like a funny running joke. He's chasing them like all over the city, and his car just keeps getting more and more and more totaled. Like he'll just slam into walls. He'll get He'll drive under a truck and get the roof pulled out. I mean, this thing is on its last breath by the end of the episode, and it's kind of funny. So at the same time, Gordon, he's talking with, uh, I want to say Colonel, maybe like Colonel Freeman, like Veronica's father, and he's saying how he wants Veronica found at all costs and whatnot. And this man, Oscar worthy performance right here. He gets like so mad he accidentally knocks over Jim's coffee, and Jim looks at him. He's like, "Oh, Jimbo, I'm so sorry. I'm just a dad worrying about his little girl. Could you just give me some time to compose so I can gather my thoughts?" And Gordon leaves the office, and immediately his face just goes right back to serious, and he gets on the phone. Hey, yeah, we're gonna need like a whole fucking squadron. We're taking this bitch down. All right, my little girl's with her, and we're not doing this. So Harley, she runs into Batman because Batman and Robin are following her, and that Harley does outwit them with Bullock as well because Bullock's chasing them, and she almost blows up a whole fucking truck, and she escapes them. And she goes to the one guy from the last Harley episode, the nightclub owner that she delivered Batman to and ended up like fighting against. So she goes there because she needs a ticket out of town, and he's like, last time I saw you, you tore down my whole fucking nightclub. So why shouldn't I just kill you right here and now? And she gives him a big kiss on the lips, and he's like, damn, that's a good argument right there. I'll tell you what. So he's saying, all right, well, we'll worry about your ride tomorrow. Right now, we're gonna worry about ransoming off this one girl. And I was like, oh no, I had no intention of ransoming her. I just wanted to, just keep her along for my safety. But once everything's good, I'm just gonna let her go. And the guy's like, no, we're not doing that. I don't know what you promised, but I promise I'm getting fucking paid. So Batman and Robin show up, and thank Christ Robin is implemented well in this episode. It is really funny. Uh, he he says something along the lines of, like, I run the show around here, and then out of fucking nowhere, Robin, he says something like, I object, and just a big ass fish just nails him right in the head. And he's like using fish as batons in the fight, and it's so funny because he beats the shit out of like two thugs with fish, and it's so good. I'm just like, Robin, that's so ineffective, but goddamn, that is so funny. I'll definitely allow it. Batman, he's kind of having fun with it too. He's fighting everybody off with the staff, and eventually Harley Quinn, she sicks her hyenas on like the leader. I want to say his name's Boxy. Um, so he runs off into like a fish truck, and he's on his merry way. Batman and Robin are fighting the other thugs, and she takes Veronica and she gets back in her car. So they're on the freeway. Then all of a sudden, a fucking tank is now firing upon them, almost hitting them several times. It turns out to be Veronica's dad. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude, do you want your fucking daughter back or what? So it now comes to the point where she turns around and she runs into um, Roxy, who's driving the fish truck, and she also runs into Harvey, who's at this point the car is on its last leg, but he's pissed and he's after her. So now Harley Quinn is trying to outrun the Batmobile, uh, the father in a tank, Roxy in a fish car, and then Bullock in a freaking jalopy at this point. And it's fucking chaos, and I'm here for it. And at the end, she finds herself stopped in the middle of an intersection at one point here. I'll just say here, and then from this side and this side and this side, you have Harvey, tank guy, and Boxy all converging, and they all just like bam right into the car. And Batman's like, "Holy shit! I think you just killed them both." And then Harley, she throws down Veronica into Robin's arms, and she's like, "Yeah, I did my good deed for the day. I'm out of here," because she used her like Harley Quinn grappling hook to get out of there. So Batman, he goes after Harley. He does catch up with her, and she is thrown back into Arkham. But her prison is just going to be shorter because Veronica didn't press any charges against her because they kind of came to a bit of an understanding at the end. And Batman, there's this really sweet moment. I guarantee people have seen this 100 times, like on TikTok or whatever. But Harley asks Batman, "I've been so shitty to you time and time again. Why the hell did you do all this for me?" And he's like, "Well, I had a bad day once a long time ago." And he like whips out the same dress that she wanted to give to her. And it's such a sweet moment. And then she gives Batman a little kiss. And then she smiles and she likes it. And she gives him an even bigger kiss. And Harley kind of like gives her, or not Harley, Ivy kind of gives her a look because they're all back at Arkham. And Harley's like, "Oh, shut it. I don't want to hear it." And that's the end of the episode. But I really like that. I will say, so I'm not a big fan of Talia and Batman. I'm not a big fan of of Catwoman and Batman. I'm not really a fan of Batman and Batgirl. That one's weird to me. But Harley Quinn and Batman, I'm perfectly okay with. I think their like shared trauma of the Joker works really well. I think her lighthearted attitude and his like serious demeanor play off each other well. I still think Wonder Woman is the best pick for Batman as a romantic partner, but I would probably prefer, so obviously Batman Wonder Woman, then probably Batman Harley Quinn, Batman Batgirl, uh, Batman Catwoman, Batman Talia. That would be my ranking for the his and probably number one actually. What's her face from Mask of the Phantasm, because he like truly loved that woman. Well, I can't even fucking remember her name. So I guess it shows how good of a love interest she is. But yeah, if there's any like comics or anything where Batman and Harley do get together, so people recommend that to me. I would love to see that personally or read that, because I think that would be a dynamic to work really well. But yeah, good episode. The facial animation was kind of weird in this episode. It it's gonna sound weird, but it seemed a little cartoony at some points. I don't know. I didn't explain that right, but so ranking wise, I think the numbers 1 through 5 are out at this point. So I'm between a 6 and a 7 because it is a really, really, really good episode. And I don't know. You ever have just like you wish you could get into a movie or TV show and just like explain something really quick just so a whole mess of things just stops. I love to just throw myself in that scenario and be like, "Harley, wait, nobody's after you. They just need to take the fucking security tag off, please." And oh my god, like the kind of episode where you just want to throw yourself in to help, that speaks real wonders. But at the same time, like Harley, I get that you're scared and whatnot, but like, man alive, you caused so much trouble just from a fucking security tag. But still really good. Again, I'm really struggling to not give it a reason for a 7. So you know what? Screw it. I'll give it a 7. Yeah, this was a damn good episode. So yeah, good shit. Bye bye.